What's up, guys? This is Al, and in today's episode we're going to be talking about home warranty companies. Working for them, is it good? Is it bad? Can you make good money? How do you even start working for them? And most importantly, is it worth it? So let's get started. Alright guys, so I've been doing this for a few years, and I get calls from home warranty companies all the time, and normally I will just ignore them. They were not worth my time, and because the way I saw a home warranty company was the same way I saw property managers. And in my personal experience, working for property managers, it's just not the best experience. Most times, they want the lowest quality work done. They don't want to pay as much. And the reason why is because, well, unless you're working for a property manager that's taking care of hundreds of properties that are owned by massive companies who don't really care how much they pay for maintenance, to me, it's just not worth it, because most of the houses that are rentals in my area are usually single family homes where the homeowner used to live, and for whatever reason they had to move out, and guess what? They're renting their houses simply because that's better than selling right now. Most of these people don't realize how much it takes to actually keep up with a rental unit. And most of these people don't have the money to upkeep their houses. So when something breaks, they give the property manager a budget, and that budget is usually not realistic. And on top of that, the homeowner is not even there to actually see the problem. I get calls all the time offering me to pay me $35 an hour. That is not worth it. I know a lot of you guys are gonna hate on me saying, "Oh my God, Handyman, $35 an hour. I went to school, I got a PhD in liberal arts. It cost me $300,000 to get that PhD, and I'm here making $20 an hour. But you are just driving nails and you wanna get paid premium. $35 an hour. You should be thankful." Well, you know what, guys? That's your problem. That's not mine. If you're dumb enough to go to school to get a worthless degree to get out making $20 an hour, that is your problem, not mine. Nobody wants to use their hands anymore to make money. So guess what? I do it, and I charge them money for it. And $35 an hour, it's just not enough to pay my bills in my area, in the cost of living in my area. It's just not enough. But anyways, check this out. So, since the jobs have slowed down drastically compared to last year I didn't have to advertise. Last year, I barely had to call people back. The jobs were just falling on my lap, right and left. I didn't have to do anything special. But this year is completely different. I'm being advertising a lot more. I'm getting jobs, yes, but the problem is I have to work for them, okay? I got spoiled. I got humbled by the economy. No big deal. We all learn, right? And then lately, there is this YouTube channel, the Handyman Experience, and I've been watching his videos, and I've noticed he does a lot of home warranty calls. And I'm like, you know what? This dude, he's honest. He has to make money. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to make a living. So if that guy is working for those people, it has to be worth it. And it's funny because I just got done watching a video of his, and I get a phone call from this person. And the funny thing is, when these people first call you, they will act like a homeowner. They will call you and they'll be like, "Hey, I have this problem, blah, blah, blah. How much? Can you fix it? When can you start?" So I started talking to this person, and then I've noticed that this lady it didn't seem right. So finally I asked, "Are you the homeowner, or are you trying to sell me a service?" And anytime they're trying to sell me a service, I hang up the phone. But this lady said that no, she's not a homeowner, but she works for a home warranty company, and then she has this customer that needs this fixed as soon as possible. So I'm like, you know what? If the Handyman Experience is working for them, I'm gonna give it a shot. So I told her, you know what? Okay, fine, I'll go ahead and do it. I'm gonna need more information to give you an estimate. And initially, I wasn't too sure about it, and I will tell you why. But let's go ahead and get get to how do you start working for a home warranty company. If they're not calling you, in order for them to call you, you have to have an online presence. You have to have a business, a name, something, reviews. Because these places, they actually have managers in certain areas, and all they do is just hire contractors to work for the company. You're gonna work for this company as an independent contractor. Now, the way they do, every company is different. They're gonna have like a packet that you have to fill out. So for this company, I'm not gonna say the name, but it should be about the same for all of them. You have to fill up a form, and then you have to fill out a W-9 form as well, which is, you ever had a job in your life before, that form is what you fill out whenever you are getting hired to work somewhere. But for this company specifically, as an independent contractor. So that way, at the end of the year, they will send you a 1099, so you pay taxes on all the work that you've done for that year, and the money they have paid you. So I have to fill all that out, and normally I don't like doing all that. I don't like people telling me what to do. I like to be my own boss, and that's the main reason why I like this kind of work. But you know what? I like whatever, I'm just gonna try it out. And I did my research first, because I don't like putting my information out there just like that. So I looked this lady up. I make sure she worked for that company. I triple checked the links she gave me. I make sure everything was straight before I even put my information out there. So I filled up the forms, and then they have this portal. I'm sure a lot of companies use it. It's called Front Door. And it's just like a management app. And you just log in, and they send you work orders through there. So there was a work order in there for me waiting right away. It was a ceiling, a drywall patching on the ceiling. There was a water leak at this customer's house, and I guess they got the leak fixed, so they needed the drywall patched. And that's it. It was very easy to do. It literally took me about 15 minutes to fill up the paperwork. And I was on my way to my first job. Now, let's talk about the things that I like about a home warranty company. First thing that I like is the jobs are they're very easy to, understand. You go on the portal, the jobs come in, and they're all categorized. So they're gonna be like plumbing, electrical. Then they have another section for ceilings, ceilings, flooring, and roofing or something like that. So everything is categorized. And then a very brief description of what the job is. Now, this company, the way it works is they send you the lead, then you get to the customer, you get a hold of the customer, you book an appointment, and then you got to go on the portal, and then you got to update the work order. You got to put in there, when you call the customer, when your appointment is, and all that good stuff. Now, they have a minimum charge of $125. So if you show up to the job and you are going to charge $125 or less, you don't have to get approval. So you can just do the work, and then you finish, you invoice them, and then $125 or less, they don't need approval. And that's one of the things that I initially was skeptical about at first, because the information they gave me on the work order was not enough for me to actually estimate the job. And I don't do in-person estimates for most of my work, because it takes time and it takes fuel to actually show up at a customer's house to give them an estimate. So most of my estimates are over the phone. So, but these customers, they're not calling me directly, they're calling the company. So I didn't have all that information. So that's one of the things I didn't like about it at first, because when I book appointments, I cannot just randomly book an appointment for a job that may take an entire day and just book the entire day for $125. It just doesn't work like that. I like to book my appointments, and I estimate how long an appointment is going to take me, and that way I can fit in, 1, 2, or 3 appointments a day. It depends on how long the job is going to be. So anyways, I booked the appointment. I texted the customer. He took forever to reply back, but finally he actually sent me a picture of the drywall. And just by seeing the picture, you can see it on the screen. I estimated how long that was going to take me, and anything drywall related takes a little while. So for a regular customer, I would have charged, $475 to fix a hole, patching the hole, texture, and painting. So that's way above the $125 limit. So what I did, I went on the portal online, and I submitted an authorization form to charge more money, because anytime you're going to charge more money, you have to get approved. So I filled that form online, and then within 15 minutes, to be honest, I didn't think it was going to get approved. I got cold feet, because I went on the internet and started checking this company's reviews, and they're all negative. All of them. I would say 99% of them are negative. And I'm like, my God, what the hell did I do? Because the problem with this is when you book an appointment and then you show up at the customer's house, it's your name that's on the line. So if you show up to the house and then the work, it's not approved, the customer's going to be pissed off, because you know why there is a $125 minimum? It's because that is the deductible the customer pays to actually request a work order done at their house. That $125 comes from the customer's pocket. And that's the reason why this company does not require approval for $125 or less. Anything above that comes out of the company's pocket. So in my head, I'm like, I will show up to the customer's house, and then I'm going to find out that the company is not going to approve the job because it's too much money. And then the customer is going to be pissed off because they pay $125 for me to show up and tell them that I'm not able to do the work because the home warranty company disapproved the request. And then guess what they're going to do? They're going to go online, they're going to leave a negative review for this company, and they're going to leave a negative review for the contractor that showed up to their house to tell them they couldn't do the work because the home warranty company doesn't want to pay. So that was the biggest fear that I had working for a home warranty company. So I said to myself, you know what, I'm just going to try it out. And then if I show up to the house and let's say the company doesn't approve the work order, I still going to do the job. I'm just going to charge $125, lose a little bit of money, learn a little bit about the system, and then just drop the company. Because if that's the way they work, then it's not worth my time. But surprisingly, they approved the request for $175. I showed up, I did the work. I'm happy, the customer's happy. I assume the company is happy because, they took care of the customer and the contractor actually showed up and did what they were supposed to do. But my overall experience, I am impressed. And I asked the customer, because I was the second contractor showing up to the house, I asked them if he had an issue getting the water leak fixed. And they told me no. They called the home warranty place. They got somebody to come over within the week, and they got the leak fixed. They didn't complain about the price. And all he paid for all that work was $125. That's a good deal. In my opinion, compared to all the reviews that I saw online were completely negative. It seemed like every single request for work was denied, and that's the main reason, that's how most home warranty companies make their money. They just deny the claims. So, but that wasn't my experience. It was overall good. And I didn't have to pay anything for the lead, so it didn't cost me any money. I did have to fill up a few forms, no big deal. But overall, if that's how it's going to be handled, every work order, at least, if 75% of them are that way, I'm happy with that. And if I ever have an issue, just to avoid a negative review, I may have to do the work, even though I'm not going to get paid for it, because it's my reputation under the line. I don't want to be that guy showing up to a customer's house and telling them I can't do the work and then and just get a negative review because the home warranty company won't pay. Now, another issue that I had was, okay, I don't have enough information to actually give an accurate estimate, so am I gonna get paid for my time to show up at the customer's house to tell them I cannot do the work? I don't work for free, so my time is not free, and I have to book an appointment just to do that. So this company actually will pay for your time, $125. So let's say you show up to a customer's house. He needs more work than $125. You fill up the form, it gets denied. You still get paid $125 for showing up to the customer's house to tell them that you can't do the work. So it's not like you're gonna be wasting your time driving around giving free estimates to everybody. So I like that as well, because I'm sure in the future it's not gonna be always 100%, and I may have to tell a customer, unfortunately, your claim is denied, and because it's just too much money or the claim is just not covered, because this home warranty companies, they don't cover everything. But other than that, so far my experience is positive, no issues at all. Thank you, the Handyman Experience. If you guys haven't heard of him, go check his channel out. Amazing dude. He does honest work, and he tells you the truth. This guy, he tells you exactly how it is. He will show you the bad, he will show you the good. So good channel. Just like most of the smaller handyman channels out there, like Daryl the Finisher and the Bulletproof Handyman. Good guys out there. If you guys have any questions about working for home warranty companies, comment below. I will answer them for you. And I'm gonna have videos coming up in the future, my experiences working for them, how the system works, and all that good stuff. As always, guys, if you like the video, don't forget to like it. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? And I will see you next time.